Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my Nintendo E3 2017 reaction. Now, I'm a little late because earlier today I was working. When I got off work, I had, some personal issues that came up. So I'm recording this in the evening, way after the conference, to give my brief, reaction to Nintendo's conference. I will say this, it was rather short. I wish it would have went on for another, maybe 10, 20 minutes. If it was more around the 30 to 40 minute range, to let some of the stuff they were showing breathe a little bit, show us a little bit more, I would have, preferred that. But then again, they also have their Treehouse, I guess is a live stream, where we're getting more in depth and showing in, the games and all that, which I haven't seen. Granted, but they do have that, so it's not that they're giving you the information. They're just not putting it all into one show. It's they stretch it. They're going to be stretching it out across the day. Anyway, got my list here, as I always do, just to give a quick reaction, and I'll say this from the top of it: Nintendo, decent job. From what I didn't watch it, but from what I heard, Ubisoft's conference went really well. I saw some of the highlights from it, so it seems like Ubisoft probably has the best show this year. I know I haven't talked about them or Bethesda's, which was terrible, but Nintendo came close. And out of the main three, I have to say Nintendo had the best show out of Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. They definitely had the best show, and here's the reasons why. One, Xenoblade 2, we got to see a little bit more on that game. Not a whole lot, but a little bit more, and I love the world, the big massive world. The story seems a little strange to me, because this is, I guess, a sequel to the Wii version, and I don't exactly, I have Xenoblade on Wii, but I haven't beaten it yet, honestly, so I don't know what happens at the end of the game. But from what I have played on the game, I don't know exactly where Xenoblade 2 falls in the story. So I'm kind of at a loss for, is this just new characters, new story, or what's going on here? Anyway, very interesting. It's still coming out this year, and I'm glad to see more stuff on it. So here is definitely a game that's going to be on my radar towards the end of the year. Then moving on, Nintendo then showed Kirby, which I'm guessing is a working title, and I don't think I saw a release date for this game, but it was still just awesome to see Kirby back in his, original form. It seemed like more of a side-scrolling, and he absorbs, people's powers and all that, different from, say, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. And it also looks like it's going to have a lot of co-op, and as I said in the Microsoft E3 press conference, I am really excited that it seems not only Microsoft is moving in this direction, but Nintendo now, where there's single-player experiences, but also you can do co-op with your friends and just sit on a couch or sit next to each other and just play a game to its completion together. And I love that. That's what I grew up on. I'm really happy to see that it's being implemented in games again today, because it seems like we went through a period where it was just competitive multiplayer and single-player experience and not a whole lot of co-op. It seems like we've had a bit of a dry spell when it comes to good old 2-player to 4-player co-op. A cool thing, it looks like Kirby and the other characters that everyone can play can combine their powers to do like combo attacks. So I'm interested to see more of what's coming with Kirby. And then, let's see here, sorry, I put my list there for a second, I should just keep it with me. Then they showed Pokken Tournament. I guess it's like the Wii, an updated Wii version. I know a lot of people liked it and are really excited for it. It's not a game I'm particularly excited for, but the guy who was talking about it did say that they're working on a new main series Pokemon game for the Switch, and I believe it was like Pokemon RPG style. He said core game, so like what you've been getting on the 3DS, I think we're going to be getting a game in that vein on the Switch. Now, I will speculate, it could just be, hey, they're going to take, kind of what they've already made with the current games. I guess, was it Sun and Moon, or Has there been an expansion to that yet? Anyway, it could be a game that expands upon that and you play it on your Switch. That's all I'm going to speculate, but then again, I don't know because he didn't show anything. It's just a dude sitting there at his desk, with a pen and paper. Maybe he was drawing out, maybe an idea. Who knows? Excited though, love Pokemon. I'm glad we're getting a main console game. It's been a long time since we've gotten, I feel like, a big console release. Maybe even back, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe was the GameCube the last time we got a big, story-driven Pokemon game? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been a while. After all of that, we got a quick little teaser. Now, they didn't show us anything, but it's still awesome. Finally, after years and years and years, we're getting a Metroid game. Metroid Prime 4, no less. So it seems like they've been listening to people because this has been what a lot of people have been wanting. I love the first game. I played the crap out of that. I like the second game, but I never got to beat that one. And the third game I never really got around to playing. I do have it, I just haven't gotten around to playing it. But I love the first Metroid game, and enjoyed the second one from what I played of it. So this is going to definitely get me to go back, replay the first one and beat it, and then play 2 and 3 and get those under my belt in preparation for Metroid Prime 4. So that is awesome. We're getting that. Moving on, a new Yoshi game. And that looked awesome. It looks like, he kind of looks like the Yoshi Woolly World, but also there's something different going on where there's layers upon layers in the game. It's hard for me to explain, you'll just have to watch the trailer for it, but you can go into an area and then the camera pans all the way around and shows it behind the building or behind the level, so there's layers in the level as you're platforming. Looks like it's going to be really fun. I love the Yoshi games. I enjoy playing them with my daughters. It's a game that you can just pick up, play, and enjoy, and you don't have to get too heavily invested in. So, looking forward to that. And then moving on, they showed the Fire Emblem Warriors. It's like Dynasty Warriors, but Fire Emblem. I've never been into the Fire Emblem series. There's a lot of games to play, and it's just very overwhelming for me. So when I found out about the Fire Emblem games, I never really got too into them. Though I did love using Marth and Roy in Smash Brothers Melee. So there's that. But cool, awesome. I guess technically first party / second party, but it's a third party developer making the game. So that's cool to see that. And then we got, of course, Skyrim. Them showing that. We've seen Skyrim a bunch already, like VR. And in this one they showed that there's going to be a Link style, you can make yourself look like Link in Skyrim, but it honestly just looks like a mod someone made. But then again, from what we saw in Bethesda's conference, they're wanting to monetize mods now. So maybe it's a sign of things to come. Moving on, they talked about the Zelda DLC, which we already knew about. So it's kind of okay, they kind of showed a little bit more with it and kind of what it's doing. But that's about it. So not much to talk about there. I'm interested in seeing more on it. There's the Champions Ballad or something like that. It's the second DLC, and we kind of already knew what the first DLC was, because Nintendo already released details, new armor to get, and whatnot. Moving on from that, we got, they showed what they had already shown at the Ubisoft conference, which was Mario plus Rabbids, Mushroom Kingdom or something. It looks like it's a strategy game in the vein of XCOM. Looks like it's going to be a fun game. I'm looking forward to, checking that game out. Excited for that. Of course, Rocket League's coming. That's cool. That's a multiplayer game that definitely can have a very unique, I guess not unique, but it's a game that I think which will be very well received on the Switch, and definitely for multiplayer. They said that there would be local multiplayer, so you can just go out, hang out with friends, grab your Switch out, and start playing around with Rocket League. So awesome on them. And then lastly, they closed out the show with Mario Odyssey. This game looks phenomenal. This is going to be my must-get game for the holidays. Just the new gameplay mechanics. The game looks beautiful. I love that you can possess people with the hat. It's just awesome. this game looks like it's just going to be an odyssey. I'm so excited for it. All in all, like I said, Nintendo, great conference. You showed a bunch. You showed what you have in the, in the can for the next year to, beginning of next year, kind of showing what you guys have and really making me feel great, going, man, I'm glad I have a Switch. There's some stuff to look forward to, awesome stuff. By far, Nintendo, out of just Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, they have the best conference. I wouldn't say they necessarily crushed it. They didn't have a whole lot of moments. They had quite a few surprises, but nothing that really, I would say, was earth-shattering. But it was still solid, especially since your direct competitors had very weak conferences. And that's just my reaction. It was good. Nintendo, awesome. I look forward to more. And again, guys, later in the week, we will be getting together to record to give more detailed and more well thought out, opinions of E3. Guys, tell me what you thought of Nintendo's E3 down in the comment section below. And of course, as always, please like, share, subscribe. And if you want to send us any questions, you can send them at 2BitJesus on Twitter. As always, guys, stay safe and play on.